Hallo, ek is Iti. Welkom by my kanaal waar ons als saam doen. Ek het griep alweer. Dit is die 4de keer wat ek griep het in die afgelope 3,5 maande. So asseblief verskoon my stem. Ek gaan tot die beste van my vermoë probeer om alles so goed uit te spreek en so duidelik te maak as moontlik. My immuunstelsel is nie so sterk as wat hy moet wees nie. Ek raak op die oomblik 'n bietjie makliker siek as wat ek moet siek raak. So ek het besluit ek gaan net aangaan met die video-opname ongeag van of ek siek is of nie. Ek wil baie graag in die tyd wat ek nou moet by die huis bly en nie kan gaan swem oefen nie, wil ek baie graag aangaan met die video's maak en die kreatiewe proses. Ek wil nie graag stop nie. So ek hoop dit klink aanvaarbaar. In this video, we'll be looking at everything inside the body. That'll include organs and other things like veins, arteries, blood. I did not include the words to explain things inside the body that we don't use regularly. So I try to include all of the familiar organs and, other things like blood, etc., to make sure that you have the Afrikaans vocabulary to properly and conveniently explain what's going on inside your body in Afrikaans. Alright, so in this clip we have 2 pictures. Let's start with the picture on the left, the picture of the hand, showing veins and arteries. Arteries are in red, and those are the ones that take the blood from your heart to the rest of your body. And arteries in Afrikaans, we call them slagare. Slagare. And then we have veins that transport that blood back from your extremities in your body back to your heart. And those are just are. Veins are are in Afrikaans. So you have slagare and then you have are. And then on the right, we have the picture of the blood platelets. And the word for blood in Afrikaans is bloed. Bloed. The words for muscle, tendon, and bone. Muscle is spier. Spier in Afrikaans. Tendon is sening. Sening. And bone is been. Being. Okay, so I couldn't find a proper picture for vleis. So I just left the word and I'll just explain it. In Afrikaans, the word for flesh is vleis. The word for meat is also vleis in Afrikaans. If you want to distinguish, you can use the other word that I gave on the screen, which is mensvleis. It literally means human flesh or human meat. So you can refer to, if you want to refer to the flesh that is under your skin and the flesh in your body, you can use the word vleis, and that is completely acceptable. That is the word that's given in Afrikaans for flesh and for meat. But if you want to distinguish, you can say mensvleis. Mensvleis. Which will give you that distinction between just any kind of meat and human meat. Okay, so this is a relatively simple clip. On the one side you have throat, and on the other side you have brain. So the Afrikaans word for throat is keel, keel, and the Afrikaans word for brain is brein, brein. In this clip we look at the organs in the body of both male and females. I've decided to use a picture of a man and a woman. One, because it's easier to fit in all the organs on the screen, because for the most part we share the same organs, except for the sex organs, which differ between men and women. I'm not sure at what point this video might be age restricted, which is not great. And on the lighter side, a few months ago, I posted a video of a butternut muffin. It is really very, very, very tasty, so I can recommend you go watch it and try the muffin. But they age restricted that video, and it was literally just a recipe of a pumpkin muffin. But for some reason it flagged YouTube and they age restricted it, and I had quite the battle to get it removed. And even after they removed the age restriction, it seemed like the video was never circulated, so the views just stayed where it was once they've age restricted it. So I'm not sure whether any of these words, especially the the sex organ words, whether this might trigger age restriction. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So let's just start with the word that's probably going to spark it, if anything. The vagina. In Afrikaans, that is vagina. Vagina. It's a very hard G in the middle, or the Afrikaans G. And vagina. Spelled exactly the same, but pronounced very differently. Then we move on to ovaries. The singular for one ovary is eierstok. Eierstok. And the plural is eierstokke. Eierstokke. And then we have the word for uterus or womb, which is baarmoeder. Baarmoeder. Okay, let's move on to the men and the male sex organs. First, we look at testicles, and the Afrikaans word is pronounced exactly the same, testicles, but it's spelled differently. So the pronunciation is pretty much exactly the same, testicles, just spelled differently. And then penis. Penis is spelled exactly the same again, but pronounced differently, so it's pronounced in Afrikaans penis. Penis. I never really thought I was going to say this on camera, but there we go. Might as well. So, okay, and I'm going to move on to the rest of the organs. Okay, I'm going to peek at my screen down here every now and then just to see what word goes with which picture. We'll start with the picture of the woman. And the first word there is the Afrikaans word for your heart, which is hart. Hart. Then we look at the picture for your stomach, which is maag. Maag. Then we move on to your intestines. Your intestines in Afrikaans is called darms. Darms. Now, there is a distinction between your small and large intestine. So we've got your small intestine, which is in Afrikaans your dun darm, which I didn't include in the picture. And then there is also your large intestine, which is called your dik darm. Dik darm. And then we're looking at your kidneys, which is niere. Niere. The singular, if you're looking at one kidney, is just nier, nier, without the E. So plural, niere, singular, nier. And then we move on to the man on the right, looking at his lungs first, which in Afrikaans is longe. Longe. One lung is just long. So one lung, long, two lungs, longe. Then we look at the liver. That word is lever. Lever in Afrikaans. Then the spleen is milt. Milt. And the pancreas is almost the same. Pancreas. Pancreas. And then we come to the last word, which is the bladder. And that is blaas. Blaas. Then again, just a straightforward clip for your spine, which in Afrikaans is rugstring. Rugstring. And if you pronounce it quickly, it's rugstring. Rugstring. There we go. I think that was the most important things inside your body that you will need in a conversation in Afrikaans. If you have any questions about internal organs, Afrikaans questions, just leave them in the comment section and I will definitely get back to you. If you have any suggestions that you would want to make about Afrikaans videos, vocabulary videos that you might want, or anything else, just leave me a message in the comment section and I will definitely get back to you, because it is rather hard to know what other people might want or need in their language journey, and what is in this format, in this video format, what is necessary for them to improve with whatever language they're learning. Because it differs from person to person. It's not always the same for any two people. And what I might need is not necessarily what you might need. So please let me know. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment as much as you want in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Tot ziens.